Today's match is brought to you by Direct Waste Management Limited and Orca Telecom. Well, welcome along to Kynoch Park on a bit of a breezy afternoon for this Highland League Cup first round tie between the holders Keith and the visitors Rothes. Over the last 10 years, these two sides have met 26 times in league and cup competitions, and Rothes have only managed to beat Keith once at Kynoch Park in that whole time. In fact, Keith have won 22 of those 26 encounters. But cup games are a completely different kettle of fish. It's a one-off game, winner takes all this afternoon. The referee for this one is Mr. Anthony Cooper. Rothes in their tangerine tops with some early pressure, and that's Ben Stewart with a shot way over the bar. Ross still with a long ball forward, looking for Robbie Collinson, and the Keith strikers managed to nod the ball over Ricky Horne there, and it's cleared away eventually by Michael Dunn. Rothes Andrew Corbett just letting Scott Whelan know he's there, but he's given away a free kick. There's Keith with a bit of space there, and it's a long, deep cross to the far post. Ross still with a dramatic overhead kick back into the box. Matthew McDonald's done well to turn it there, and it's cleared away. A quick corner by Keith has caught Rothes napping. And Whelan with a good cross in there, and still with a header. Couldn't quite get enough on it. Here's Gary Gallagher. João Rodriguez with a long sweeping ball, but just offside, according to referee's assistant on that far side. Rodriguez could be an important player for Rothes this afternoon. He doesn't play every week, but he has started 7 matches for the Spaysiders this season. And in those 7 starts and 5 substitute appearances, he's scored 4 goals and picked up 3 Man of the Match awards. So Graeme Roy bringing him back in the side for this Highland League Cup match today. We'll be hoping Rodriguez can put in another Man of the Match performance, no doubt. Here's Stuart Hutchin, showing good composure, the youngster. And continues his run down that right wing, and that just opens up a bit of space for Sean Keith to explore. And it falls to Robbie Collinson, who gets a shot away left-footed, but Ricky Horne had his body fully behind that one. Stephen Fraser issuing a few instructions to his teammates for this corner. Jack Presley will take it left-footed, out swinging. It'll come to Gary Gallagher on the edge of the box. He'll shoot left-footed. Sliced just wide. Not a bad effort, though, by the 25-year-old plumber. There's Ross Gibb. Plays a ball through for Rodriguez, but he's just offside there. He checked his run, but Gibb didn't play the ball just as quickly as he was hoping. And the front man caught himself just a yard or 2 offside, but Keith are playing a very high defensive line there. Have to be careful there with some of the pace of Rodriguez and McIntosh in this Rothes side. Could cause them a few problems. Here's Whelan now. It'll come to the feet of Sean Keith. Hits one just wide. Ricky Horne with a big punt up the park with a free kick. Bruce Milne heads it back. Rodriguez with a flick there. Keith clear their lines, but it's all just got a bit messy in the middle of the park. Neither side able to retain possession that well at the moment. Keith have it though with Hutchin. Here's Whelan with a little chip forward. It'll be picked up by McDonald. That's a good ball forward for Sean Keith, who gets a cross in, but Ricky Horne collects at the near post. Ben Stewart with loads of time and space on that far side. He's not being closed down. He gets a cross in for Ross Gibb, but took a really unfortunate bobble just before Gibb could swing his leg at it. And those Rothes fans are spot on. Just 5 minutes till half-time. Michael Ralton with a back pass, and Callum McIntosh will chase, but Daniel Bell deals with that no bother. Gary Gallagher with some time and space in the heart of that midfield, chips a ball forward looking for Ross Gibb again, but just misjudged the flight of the ball there. Young Callum McIntosh now with a good run from midfield, plays a 1-2 with Rodriguez, but the return ball wasn't great, and McIntosh frustrated with his teammate there. That was a good opportunity for the Spaysiders just before half-time. And now it's Keith's turn to threaten, and McDonald has some time and space to get a cross in, but it's too deep and misses everyone in a maroon shirt. Well, it's not been the best of matches so far in this Highland League Cup first round. Both sides very nervous and tetchy with a lot at stake. Keith, the holders, of course. Rothes will probably go into the break the happier of the two sides at 0-0. We will find a winner this afternoon, though. Well, the half-time entertainment at Keith this afternoon provided by some youngsters. Some possible future Keith stars in the making there, captured by the SHFLtv cameras. Early opportunity for Stephen Fraser there in the second half, but it's collected by Daniel Bell. Rodriguez with a ball through to McIntosh. He shows some great skill, and the youngsters away here. Milne giving chase, and that's a fantastic save by Daniel Bell in the Keith goal. Great run by Callum McIntosh. Presley with a corner. There's Michael Dunn with the header. Well, he rose really well, Michael Dunn, but couldn't direct his header on target. And there's Dunn with an important tackle at the other end of the field. Rodriguez looking for Ross Gibb on this near-hand side. The big number 9 cuts inside, finds Stuart Thompson. It's well played by Thompson, finds Gallagher looking for the run of Presley, and Daniel Bell comes out. Great goalkeeping that by the Keith number 1. Matthew McDonald for Keith. It's picked up by Sean Keith. He's got a strong left foot, and what a shot from Sean Keith. And a great save by Ricky Horne in the Rothes goal. Well, this is a much better second half already. Both these sides were clearly G'd up by their respective managers. Just reminded of what's at stake here this afternoon. Here's Keith again. Looks for a 1-2 with Scott Robinson. And that was well defended, that by Stephen Fraser. It's a quick corner taken by Sean Keith. They'll whip this in left-footed. It's cleared by Presley. Picked up by Stuart Hutchin. What a save by Ricky Horne. Well, Stuart Hutchin turns 21 on Monday. What a birthday present that would have been. Ross still with a header, but it's deflected over for another corner to Keith. There's Ross Gibb getting back for Rothes and clearing, and it'll be another corner to Keith. Well, concerted pressure from the home side. Here's Ross still, left-footed back in. Gary Gallagher clears his lines. Well, both sides have really upped the tempo in the second half. When Rothes came here in the league back in August last year, they were soundly beaten by Keith, who hit 5 past them that day. On the return leg at McKessick Park, Rothes scored 3 times, but Keith replied with another 5. 0-0 so far this afternoon, though. Maroons have an opportunity here, though, with Sean Keith. And Ricky Horne diving to his right, tips it past for a corner kick. Scott Robertson out to Sean Keith on this near-hand side. He's a 2-footed player, Sean Keith. He's beaten Ben Stewart for pace. He'll get to the byline and cross left-footed. Jack Presley will clear away for Rothes. Keith still on the offensive. Scott Robertson. Nice reverse ball to McDonald. And well defended that by Michael Dunn, the Rothes captain. Well, the wind's picked up at Kynoch Park and it's against Rothes now. Keith have the wind behind their backs. There's just an indication of just how much that wind has picked up. That clearance there going all the way back to Ricky Horne in the goal. Finishing off the half-time pies in the stands. Here's Stuart Hutchin with a good run into the Rothes box. Gets a shot away and it clips the post. Great run that by the youngster. He's played really well this afternoon, Stuart Hutchin. Here's Matthew McDonald. Does well to keep hold of the ball there. Michael Dunn wins it back though. And then a strong challenge by Dunn. But he's actually won the free kick. As Matthew McDonald just kicked out at Dunn whilst he was on the ground there. That was well spotted by the referee, Anthony Cooper. Issues the first yellow card of the afternoon. Michael Dunn will be relieved not to have picked up a yellow card there. The big defender has picked up 10 yellow cards so far this season and 3 red ones. Doesn't shy away from a challenge. Rothes trying to get a foothold back in this game after soaking up some Keith pressure. There's Sean Keith, that's a nice turn by the winger. It's Matthew McDonald. Just loses out there to Jack Pressley. The youngster does really well there, the former Montrose man, showing experience beyond his years. Stuart Thompson carrying the fight here for Rothes. He's done well there to find Jack Pressley, whose shot just sails over the bar. The conditions, like we say, not making things easy for either side now, with the wind picking up around Keith. There's Callum McIntosh on the edge of the box, and it's a good challenge that by Stuart Hutchin. He's had a really good game this afternoon. Hutchin finds Sean Keith with a bit of space. That's a good ball out to the substitute, Craig Cormack. And the Rothes substitute, Derek Ramsey, just getting stuck in there, and he's given away a free kick here to Keith. It'll be Sean Keith with it, right-footed, but never troubling Ricky Horne in the Rothes goal. Michael Dunn, Route 1 stuff from Rothes. Derek Ramsey gives chase. Rostill does well though. Sean Keith with good feet in the middle of the park, and a fine through ball for Robbie Collinson to chase. Collinson could be away here. Stephen Fraser with a challenge. And the referee says no penalty. But did Stephen Fraser get the ball? I don't think he touched it there. Stephen Fraser comes in with a challenge and he doesn't touch the ball, but he does catch the feet of Robbie Collinson, and Keith feel really hard done by there. Ross Gibb for Rothes, and that's cynical from Scott Robinson. Bit of frustration creeping in to the midfielder there, and he sees the second yellow card of this afternoon. Well, the Rothes manager Graeme Roy just taking the opportunity to chat to Ben Stewart there. Spotted something which he thinks might unlock the door for the Speyssiders this afternoon. Here is Ben Stewart. So what did Graeme Roy say to him? Looks like it was run at the heart of that Keith defence. Well, this cup tie is so finely poised. Chances at both ends now. There's a mistake at the back, and Callum McIntosh could be in here for Rothes. And a poor effort from McIntosh. He'll be kicking himself. That was a real golden opportunity for Rothes. Sean Keith now. Here's Matthew McDonald, but he's muscled off the ball by Fraser. And here come Rothes again. Graeme Roy's side really taking the game to the cup holders. Craig Cormack for Keith. That's well won by Ben Stewart. Ross still comes sliding in. That's a late challenge on Stewart. Ross still sees the third yellow card of this encounter. Just 3 minutes at Kynoch Park to go in this Highland League Cup match. It's flicked on by Michael Dunn, the captain, and there's Liam Forbes! Liam Forbes has won it for Rothes! What a strike by the substitute, and his teammates in Tangerine bundle on top of him. The free kick from Ben Stewart hung in the wind. It was flicked on by the captain, Michael Dunn. Stuart Hutchin, who's had a fantastic game for Keith at the back, couldn't quite reach that to cut it out. And the Rothes substitute, Liam Forbes, was there to drill it left-footed past Daniel Bell. Well, the Highland League Cup holders, Keith, are 3 minutes away from being knocked out of the competition by Rothes here. Scott Robinson with a wasted shot. Ross Gibb gives chase, and that's a late challenge. Could be a booking. And the Speyssiders fans daring to dream, seconds away from glory. Ross Gibb did indeed see yellow card for that late challenge, and that's another reckless one by Rothes. You have to be careful here, giving away free kicks with just seconds to go. Graeme Roy's side will want to get the ball up the other end of the park, and they're doing that right now. That's good defending though by Michael Ralton to knock the ball back to his keeper. Here's Ross still. Craig Cormack, the substitute. Sean Keith. Seconds to go at Kynoch Park. And there it is, the final whistle. Rothes have knocked the Highland League Cup holders, Keith, out of the competition. It's finished Keith 0, Rothes 1.
Quite happy actually. Chuffed for the players. It's been a hard, long season, and getting into cup games, you know, it's always going to be a bit of a battle. And I thought over the piece today, I think we were a better side battling all over the park, and I think maybe we just sneaked it and deserved it.
Just after half time, Keith forced a string of corners. Did you think that at any point they were going to make the breakthrough?
No, I was quite confident. The boys have been working well at training and set plays and things like that and defending well, and especially with the acquisition of getting Stevie Fraser in for Forest on loan to end of season, certainly made a big difference to our back line, and I didn't think they really troubled us for many of the corners that they got. So no, I was quite chuffed the way they handled everything there.
I thought it was a poor game, but obviously the conditions didn't help, but the quality for both sides was pretty poor. From our point of view, we just didn't show enough in the final third of the park. There wasn't a lot of chances in the game, but I think it did open up in the last 15. The game stretched a wee bit, but I think we'd probably dominated 70–80% of the game, and we didn't shoot enough. So disappointing from your point of view when I didn't earn the right to win the game.
I suppose it was a speculative free kick for Ben Stewart for just inside our own half, and we've always said it to start the second ball. Michael won the first header, and I think one of the Keith defenders kind of missed it, and it landed to Liam, and Liam's good at that. He had a bit of time and space, and he took his goal well. So no, I'm really happy for him because he's been off unwell all week. So to come in and score a winner is quite a good achievement for him.
Well, Michael Dunn says to me just before it happened, the free kick, he says, "Play off me, I'm going to win this header." Up he goes, wins the header, played off him, put him in the bottom corner, delighted.
Your 11th goal of the season, your first season in the Highland League. Did you think the match was heading for extra time?
I looked that way, and I was sitting on the bench, didn't look like there was much chances either way, each side, so happy to go on, happy to get a goal.
I reckon you had at least 3 really good saves in the space of 10 minutes. How did you see those saves?
The first half was, just as he said, quiet. There was nothing happening. And then the second half, just what you said. Daniel had a few good from us, and Sean tried to beat me at my near post, but I was delighted I got at him. But Abdi knows I was at Keith last season, so on a personal note, it's good. It's good to come back here and win.
Well, I was speaking to the boys inside, and they're saying that Stevie definitely got a touch on the ball just as he tackled him. So where I was standing, I thought it was a penalty, but a lot of the boys in the technical area said no, he definitely got a little touch on the ball. And I think the referee was in the right place at the right time just to make a decision as well. So credit him for getting the right call.
Should they have been awarded a penalty?
No, probably you'll see better on the cameras, but for I was standing, the ball went the opposite direction, so that tells you the defender must have got something on it.
I've seen him given. I think everybody's seen him given, but it depends. The referee, the linesman as well, it depends where they see it from. I thought he got the ball, but that's me playing for Rothes. So. I
thought Hutchie was exceptional for right back. His work rate. I think he hit the post in the second half there with a great run, but not enough to win the game though. Yeah. Well, I think Ralton gives you that bit of strength and quality at the back. He can play for the back as well, which we're trying to do today in the conditions. But the young lads come in at left back for locals on loan. Ross still, he looks a prospect, so hopefully he can stay with us for the remainder of the season. Whelan huffed and puffed, it wasn't his best game. No disrespect to Rothes, it was a game we should have won, and with the quality in my ranks to win the game. And we said to the boys before the game, there's only going to be 8 teams left, and there'll be some good teams going out. Make sure we're not one of them, and unfortunately we are.
So overall, how did you see the team performance? Did anybody actually stand out?
No, I wouldn't have I'd like to see Stevie come in for his first game for us and played really well, because he hasn't played for a couple of months. But overall, I think a team performance, you could pick out 1 or 2 individuals, but in a game like that, when it wasn't very pretty to watch and it was a cup tie, I think a team performance is what you look for, and I think we got it today. We've
got to pick them up quickly. The heads will be down tonight, but we've got a 20s game on Monday, and we'll have a training session Wednesday, and we'll look forward to a game against Wick here. But for now, at the end of the season, there's new faces will be coming in, and there's 1 or 2 still to show me they deserve a new contract. We've got the likes of Collinson and Hutchin and new deals, long-term deals, but there's 1 or 2 that's got to show a bit more if they're going to go the same way.
Who would you like to get in the second round draw?
Would prefer the Bucket or Huntley. I think we've done well against them in the last couple of games we played against them. So
preferably at McKesson?
Preferably at home, yes.
So who do you fancy in the next round?
Brora, big game.
Anybody, give us anybody. As long as it's a home tie for a change rather than away. When I was at Bucky with a bit of a bogey run, every time we seemed to get cups it was away from home, so no, we're fine to get anybody at McKesson and see if we can give him a game.
Excellent, Graeme. Congratulations.
Cheers, thanks you very much, cheers.